Welcome to the 71st edition of the Pro Wrestling Zone. I am Tiger Height.
And I'm Peanut Gallery.
And we have Hard to Kill, like enormous segments and news. So let's go into the news. Drew McIntyre's positive COVID-19 test. This was the first superstar that WWE publicly came out and said this guy has COVID. He did not have COVID during Legends Night. He is doing well. They're actually thinking he's doing better than expected. And I hate saying this because I think we even talked about this last week. Goldberg's match is still up in the air, but it looks like it might happen. So come on, COVID, because you will not have waited a couple of more days.
Right.
Come on.
That the match couldn't happen?
Yes. I think we even talked about the Rocks thing. All right, Dark Side of the Ring update. Huge Dark Side of the Ring update. No actual date has been given yet. It will happen at some point in time this year, but they have announced the majority of the episodes that they're going to cover. It's going to start with the season premiere with the episode on Brian Pillman, which I think a lot of people were really wanting even last time, but thank God they waited. They're going to be doing one on Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling, XPW Extreme Pro Wrestling, Nick Gage, the Collision in Korea, and I know Peanut Gallery is really excited about that one. The Smith family, which is Jake the Snake Roberts, Rockin' Robin, Sam Houston, and then their father, Grizzly Smith. And that whole thing is just, that one's going to be a little intense. And then Ion Kuratu, I butchered that immensely, or Johnny K9. I don't know why he's being covered, but they're going to do it. we're going to be moving officially WrestleMania from March 27th to April 11th.
Yes.
Or at least that weekend, because it's a two-night event, 10th and the 11th. And since we're talking about WrestleMania, let's talk about the huge announcement that they did for the next 3 WrestleManias.
Yes.
Did they give a reason why they released the 3 WrestleManias like this?
No.
Okay.
It was during a pre-show for an NFL game, so I assumed to generate buzz.
I see. So, WrestleMania 37, obviously April 10th and 11th, and it is happening in Raymond James Stadium.
Yes, and there are going to be fans in attendance.
Yes, there will be fans. Thank Christ. I'm really excited about that. WrestleMania 38 will happen April 3rd of 2022. Obviously, it'll probably still be that weekend, but this is the only date they gave.
Yeah. And
that will happen at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. I'm going to assume for the same reason that it's a larger building, they can have fans. And finally, WrestleMania 39 is going to happen April 2nd, 2023 at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. I think because they already wanted to do the Los Angeles one, but then they already had Texas booked, so they kind of had to calm the upheaval that people have had. WWE, they have officially announced dates and times and people that are going to be involved for the Superstar Spectacle.
And it's not going to be shown on television in the United States.
It is not.
No, it's not. It's not going to be on the network.
It's not going to be on the network.
No, it's not.
Oh, so
they're also doing it out of the Thunderdome.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're not doing it anywhere in India.
No, that's kind of lame.
Right?
I guess
super lame.
Well, I guess that's kind of why they had all of these that's why they had all of these superstars there. I'm like, how in the fuck are they going to have all of these wrestlers going over to India? But then you tell me this, I'm like, oh, well, then now it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Indian talent. So it is going to be on Tuesday, January 26th. So in 2 days. Well, no, actually not next week, but the week after. We're probably going to do a thing about it because I will find an illegal stream and we're probably going to watch it.
Yeah.
I pay you.
No, you don't.
So Jinder Mahal is basically like the headliner, essentially. Other Indian talents are going to be the Bollywood Boys, Indus Sher, Jet Rama, Kavita Devi, Guru Raj, Giant Zajir, and Dilshir Shanky. I immensely butchered that.
Yeah, you suck.
So, and also Drew McIntyre, Charlotte Flair, Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler, Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, Bayley, all members of the New Day, Cesaro, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Ricochet have all obviously had been announced, and then also Ric Flair will be there too.
Hooray.
Obviously, I was like, wow, they're really going to be taking a lot of people to India, but I guess that was wrong.
Nope.
It would have been kind of weird going from the place that has the most COVID cases to the country that has the second most COVID cases in the world currently.
Yeah, they're not doing it in India. You would think, right?
Well, they're probably going to do it there at some point in time.
This is just a bitch fest for Vince McMahon to whack his sausage.
Okay, that was an interesting sentence.
That's the only reason why this is existing.
So gigantic. So a big WWE critic, Andrew Yang, is running for New York City's mayor. What will that hold for WWE if Andrew Yang does get elected? Right. That would be a big city that they may not be able to go into unless Andrew Yang gives new criterion for their Sports and Athletics Association stuff. So Ricochet's contract thing has been up in the air for some reason, but the WWE has confirmed that he is going to be with WWE for a few more years.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that sucks because it's not like he's doing anything great, even though he's an awesome wrestler. But we'll go into Retribution here in a second. But I want to talk about Ethan Page. We're obviously going to be doing our review on this, but he was incredibly pissed off.
Yes, I heard about this.
Very embarrassed about the editing that the Impact Wrestling crew did for the Karate Man segment. And we'll go into it later. Because I think we both had different opinions on the match.
Whatever that was called.
So the Karate Man is a character that he has on his YouTube channel.
Right.
And it's fairly popular on his channel. He has a nice little fan base there. So Impact Wrestling wanted to do something with it. Ethan Page begged Impact Wrestling to not put the Karate Man on television. But unfortunately, they did. So he is really angry. There are a lot of people really angry about this. It sucks. It really does, because I really wish Ethan Page's and Impact Wrestling's relationship might have been a little bit better.
Yeah. And
Impact was doing really freaking well, but then this came out, and now I'm a little angry about it. It won't hurt anybody, but come on, Impact. You guys were doing really well. So let's talk about Sammy Guevara and T-Bar.
Okay.
So this was a Twitter war that just built, culminating up to something that I got really angry about, actually. Right. Sammy Guevara has been using T-Bar's finisher as a regular move, and T-Bar accused Sammy Guevara of stealing his finisher. It's fun. Number one, nobody has any kind of finisher whatever. I don't see Mick Foley bitching to Jon Moxley about stealing his finisher.
Right.
Or anybody using the pedigree. Triple H doesn't give a shit. Why do you care?
Right.
No finisher is, on lock right now.
Right.
It will never happen.
Right.
So, Sammy Guevara bounced back at T-Bar for being a part of a shit group.
Yeah.
And then T-Bar is like a little panda guy. They went back and forth. It was kind of fun to watch it. But then T-Bar mentioned the rape comments that Sammy Guevara...
Oh, boy.
Yes. Let's just say that this hit him really hard in the face. Everybody was really pissed off. It's like Sammy Guevara did everything right to get away from this. He was younger. He apologized directly to Sasha Banks about what he said. He was suspended. His pay was to a victims fund thing, I believe. They did everything right, and Sammy was okay with it. And then he came back, and everyone's like, okay, it's fine. He did what he needed to do, and I think he approached it very mature. T-Bar brings it up. It hits him in the face. So then he's like, oh, I'm going to delete all my tweets because this is a stupid conversation. Number one, asshole, you brought it up. You're the one who accused Sammy Guevara of stealing your goddamn finisher.
Right.
But then you go that low, and only when people were actually going against you,
right,
you delete the tweets. They're on there forever, motherfucker.
Right.
You lost this fight, and you looked bad.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Right.
Good job, T-Bar. Not only did you make Sammy Guevara and AEW look a lot better, right, but you made yourself, your group, and your company look like dog shit.
Right.
I'm sorry. I got, like... I'm not sure if you watched it live, like the whole fight between the two. It was really bad as soon as he brought up the rape comments. Like, it was a 90-degree against him.
Nice.
There were even, like, other accusers saying, dude, like, come the fuck on. Sammy Guevara actually did this right, and now you're bringing it up again. Let's move on, because he did it right.
Right.
I swear to God. It's like, okay,
Are you done?
I feel better. Okay, so that is the news and my enormous bitch fest. So when we come back, Peanut Gallery, because this is something that we had some problems with on the last episode. I'm talking about Wrestle Kingdom. Peanut Gallery is going to talk about what it means to be God in Japan.
In Japanese culture.
Yes.
Not in Japan, but just in Japan.
Well, God as it relates to the actual name.
Right.
God. So that's what happens when we're coming back.